Welcome to the Road to Mouth Bulletin Weight Watchers edition, because this time around some things are getting bigger and others are getting smaller. Kind of like my ego and your disposable income. Mercedes appears to be on a roll this year, launching their third E-Class variant in as many months, the E220D. Clearly this new car is working for them. In the first quarter of this year, they sold over 3,500 cars, a nice return to form from last year. The new 220 uses a 2-liter diesel engine and it's kind of a big deal for Mercedes. It's light, efficient and powerful, 192 horsepower, 400 Newton meters of torque. Good stuff. It's priced at just over 57 lakh rupees, and for that kind of money, it's pretty good value. You see, the E-Class is currently the only mid-size luxury sedan which has enough legroom for tail malish, a pedicure or certain calisthenic exercises. We're only slightly exaggerating. I mean, just look at the space in that footwell. In a Mumbai flat, that's the guest toilet / servant quarters. And it doesn't end there. Mercedes has been smart by throwing in a bunch of key features in the ticket price. You get 7 airbags, smartphone support, a huge 12-inch screen and automated parking. You just pull up to a space, activate, and the car parks itself. It'll also get you out of the parking space just as easily. And the piche wala seat, he gets reclining seats. A panoramic sunroof is standard, one that stretches all the way back. The new E-Class has more glass area than your Mumbai 2 BHK, including the balconies. We're joking, of course. We know you don't have any balconies. Now, 57 lakh rupees may not spell value to you, but I do in fact have several millionaires and one billionaire in my contact list. Hashtag humblebrag, hashtag shoutout, hashtag slypitch, hashtag fund my startup. The E220D is almost exactly in the price ballpark of the competition, the Audi A6, the BMW 5 Series and the Jaguar XF. The loadout of features makes it attractive, and it has the one thing that the competition doesn't: real estate. No waiting for possession, no worrying about the builder running out of money. It's also made here, so after sales should be sorted. Now, if I could only get a 20-year loan on it, I'm just joking. There's no option for internet auto comedian on loan application forms. By the time you see this episode, Ducati India will have launched the Monster 797 and Multistrada 950 motorcycles. Now, if you're even remotely interested in motorcycles, this is not news. In fact, this is the worst kept secret in the industry. Back in December 2016, some of our colleagues got a chance to ride the Multistrada 950 in Europe, but were forbidden from speaking about it until recently. A full 6-month embargo. Meanwhile, the rest of the world has been buying, comparing and reviewing the motorcycle and deconstructing it to bits. So yay! Enjoy the Indian reviews of the Multistrada 950, which tell you everything that you already know, just in time for sales to begin. Thankfully, what we know so far is actually very good. The Multi 950 is the same basic motorcycle as the Multistrada Enduro 1200, but with a smaller 937cc motor making 113 horsepower. So it's just as big, fairly punchy, and much lighter. And this is critical. The more expensive Enduro model has a massive 30-liter fuel tank. It's so wide up front that it feels almost elephantine. I feel more like a mahout than a motorcyclist when I'm aboard. We'd love to review it for you, but then I'd need the sound and camera guys to help me move it. And the sound and camera guys are doing other work, like sound and camera. Anyway, back to the Multistrada 950. It's a full 25 kilos lighter, which makes a huge difference for such a tall motorcycle. International reviews suggest that it's 90% of the bigger bike, but for much less money. A leaked pre-GST price list suggests that the Multistrada 950 will be just around 15 lakh rupees on road in Mumbai. That's a solid 4.5 lakh rupees cheaper than the basic 1200cc bike and a massive 7.75 lakh rupees cheaper than the Enduro. If that's pocket change for you for that last 10% of capability, well then I have a business plan I'd like to run by you. Hashtag fund my startup. The second bike that will be available when you watch this is the Monster 797, designed as an entry point into the company's famous Monster line of bikes. It's based around the same engine as the Ducati Scrambler, a hipster / lifestyle motorcycle that doesn't exactly resonate with the machismo of our local superbike crowd. In much the same vein, the Monster 797 is designed as a simple, accessible motorcycle for new riders who might be intimidated by a big, powerful bike. Now, we're not sure how that's going to work with the male audience, but you know who doesn't have that macho baggage? Women. Smart then that Ducati India took several female motorcycle newbies to Thailand to have first crack at the motorcycle. And by first crack, I mean actually learn how to ride a motorcycle on the Monster 797. That's a big vote of confidence for the accessibility part about this motorcycle. It's lightweight, about 75 horsepower, simple and good brakes. Our estimate is that the Monster 797 will be a solid first Ducati and have a more general appeal than the niche Scrambler. For the privilege, you'll pay north of 10 lakh rupees on road in Mumbai, which is a bit more than the Scrambler. We're super happy about big, relatively inexpensive, easy to ride motorcycles being available in India, particularly from aspirational brands like Ducati. We're also kicked that they're reaching out to a female audience and getting more of them on a motorcycle. Because you know what's more fun than 2 on a bike? 1 on a bike.
Auntie, look good. I'm high.
And that's all we have for you this time. Tune in next week where we bring back the shirt we used in episode 3.